All right, well, this is part of, a 2 day kind of thing. So we are off to Great Yarmouth for the Fright Night event that's going to be held at Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. I am deeply, deeply excited, although you can't tell it from how fast I'm moving. I swear, any faster, and I would be moving at about the pace of a snail. I honestly thought I was whizzing through all this cleaning, but clearly I am not. My brain is switching between pure, unadulterated anxiety and so laid back and calm, I don't know what to do with myself. Clearly, this is one of those fearful phases, because when I'm frightened, I tend not to be able to do a lot. I tend to just sort of shut down and not do much. So clearly that is what is going on here. But I want to get the whole house all clean and lovely and beautiful. I feel like we're going away for like a week and not just like less than 24 hours. We're literally going away for the night. So we'll probably get to Yarmouth early afternoon, and then sort of spend the day pottering about doing whatever, then off to the pleasure beach, I think for about 5-6 o'clock. I'm not sure what time Fright Night starts, but we'll be off for that, and then that finishes at like 9:30. We'll spend the night and come back probably early doors in the morning. So I think approximately maybe 24 hours, maybe not even that long, we will be gone for. So yeah, I don't know why it's important to me that the whole house is completely clean. Maybe it's just the anxiety. Maybe the anxiety means I need to clean. I need to have everything prepped and ready, you know? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but all I know is it doesn't feel right going away knowing the house is just dirty and manky. Plus, I'd like it to smell all beautiful when we come home, you know? If we just leave the bins full and we leave dirty laundry laid all about the option, by the time we come home, it's probably not going to smell much different to when we leave, because it's only going to be 24 hours and not really much is going to happen in 24 hours, is it? I mean, the bins aren't likely to start festering because I've left them overnight, but I don't know, in my head, the whole place is just going to stink and fester and be all manky by the time we get home if I don't clean it and make it spotless. I don't know what it is. I know almost all women, at least mothers and, parents, that sort of thing, we all do this. Like, my mum did it, and I'm pretty sure my nan did it. I was never there when, like, my mum was little and she went on holiday, or when my dad was little. So I don't know if they did it, but I know, like, every other parent does this. It's crazy. I don't understand what it is. Like I say, perhaps it's the anxiety. Perhaps you just need something to do between like waking up in the morning and actually leaving your house to go away for the day. I don't know what it is. I really don't. That's the only thing I can assume it is. It's just this, I need to do something before we go away. Perhaps it's even sort of tied into excitement, because at the end of the day, scientifically speaking, as far as I'm aware, anxiety and excitement are actually caused by the same hormones and the same chemical responses. So it's literally only how you're perceiving it. Are you excited or are you frightened? It's literally the same reaction. It's just how you're responding to that reaction. So maybe I'm just excited to be going away. Again, you wouldn't tell it from how fast I'm moving or even this voiceover. But again, a lot of that is probably because I'm translating it as anxiety. And I need to start translating it as excitement and not anxiety. So, shall we get ready to gear up towards excitement? Yes, please. Are we ready? Changing pace coming in 3, 2, 1. Ha! Guess what, guys? I am going to Fright Night in Yarmouth. It's going to be fantastic, and I am actually going to, I don't know, I'm going to scream, I am going to run, I'm going to enjoy copious amounts of ice cream, candy floss, donuts and hot dogs, because why not? You're at the seaside, it's good to indulge. I've given up on my weight loss journey until after my birthday now, so I am free to eat whatever the heck I please. I haven't taken my Orlistat medication in over a week because I ran out and my brain just hasn't allowed me to phone the doctors and reorder my repeat prescription, so I haven't had that for a long while. And that means I am fully safe now to eat as much fat as I fancy. So I'm going to. Oh, yes, sirroo. I will be eating copious amounts of yummy scrummy stuff. That's assuming the scare actors stay away from me long enough that I can actually eat it without running, because if they make me drop my ice cream, I will cry like a small child. I cannot cope with that. When kiddies drop their ice cream, oh, all I want to do is buy them another one so they don't feel sad. I hate it when things happens to kids and it makes them sad and cry. I don't like it. Kids should always be happy. To some extent, kids should always be happy. I think it's important to have boundaries, rules and things like that. So kids can't always be happy, but I don't like seeing kids sad. It makes me sad. And I am a big child at heart, to be fair. And I don't like being sad either. So I hope they leave me alone long enough to eat my ice cream. I may find a small corner somewhere that I can just sort of nestle myself in to enjoy my ice cream. So they leave me the heck alone. I've found tucking the duvet in. Sorry, subject change. Keep up, people. Here we go. We're in hyper mode. We're happy, excited, remember? I have found that tucking in the duvet on my side stops me pulling the fitted sheet out while I'm asleep at night, because apparently I roll over and over and over like a tornado and it wraps the fitted sheet around me. I don't know why fitted sheets cannot stay on the bed. They are elasticated. They just should hold on properly, but they don't. However, Del hates it being tucked in on his side, so his side is open. Yes, I did get covered in ash. It was absolutely revolting. I hate it. I hate the smell, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. It's Del's home too. I clean out the ashtray regularly, so it tends not to smell too bad anyway. But yeah, I tipped it into the bin. I tied the bin tight and the air rushed in, rushed out and sprayed ash all over me. It was like the most unwelcome snowstorm ever. But hey, I got it cleaned up. Everything smells beautiful and fresh. And like I say, it's his home too. And if that's the way he wants to live, I can clean it regularly so it doesn't smell and it doesn't bother me or anyone else. And quite frankly, I'm used to it. I'm an ex-smoker as well, so I'm used to that smell. I know what's going on. It's all cool beans. I am looking to get like an air purifier in here just to run sort of permanently with lots of like replacement filters and stuff, just to help stay on top of things. I don't know. I want our home to smell clean and fresh and beautiful all the time. And one of those things that's going to help that is to have that air purifier. I'm wondering if I can get a hair purifier, an air purifier and a dehumidifier in the same like little box. I wonder. I'm going to have a look for one of them, but if I can't find one, then I'll just get both, because this time of year we need a dehumidifier in the house. It's going to start getting pretty damp, and this is when mould starts to happen. So a lot of people have been saying get a dehumidifier, so why not? Yeah, let's invest in a dehumidifier and, like I say, an air purifier. It's also going to help massively when my sister comes to visit, because any allergens that are in the air are going to be sucked straight out of the air, purified and put back into the air, nice and clean and fresh, spotless and lovely. Okay, we're on to Alyssa's room now. Yes, it's still a bit of a mess, but like I say, and like you can clearly see, she doesn't really have a lot of floor space. Now, we've had loads and loads and loads of helpful suggestions on what we can do in her room to make her living space a little more livable. Now, we have suggested she get a single bed because, after all, this is basically a box room. It was never designed for two people. It was never designed to have a massive wardrobe with loads of clothes and a double bed in it. It just wasn't. This is a room for... I mean, realistically, I think this used to be like a 2 up, a 2 down. This would have been joined with what is Craig's room now. So it would have been like 2 bedrooms. And the outside toilet would have served as the bathroom, and then like an old tin bath in front of the fires. That's what it would have been. So Alyssa's room would have been bigger. It would have been joined with Craig's room when the house was originally built, I would have thought. But now it's just been made into 2 teeny tiny weeny whiny box rooms. It was never designed to have, like I say, a double bed or a big wardrobe in it. Now, we have said, like, get a single bed, and nope, she's not interested in a single bed. She's got used to having the big double bed now, and that's the way she wants to keep it. Also, when Ben comes to stay, what can you do? Now, someone had suggested get one of those pull-out beds, you know, like the hideaway trundle beds that go underneath the single bed, so you can pull it out and make it into a double bed. Someone did suggest that. The problem with that is we would have to make sure there is enough room for both beds to be folded out. So we'd have to fit the furniture in with enough space left for it to become a double bed at some points, which kind of defeats the purpose, because if we're fitting the furniture in enough to fit the double bed when it's pulled out, we may as well just have a double bed 24/7. Someone suggested a futon. Now, I love that idea. I slept on a futon when I was about Alyssa's age, maybe a bit younger. And I loved it because I could have it pulled out during the night and folded up during the day as like a sofa. But again, Alyssa's not interested in the single idea of this. She wants the double bed. So I can get a double futon, not a problem. But again, we're going to have to make sure the furniture is arranged in such a way that when she pulls it out to make it a bed, she will have enough room for a double bed to sleep in, and with Ben obviously as well when he stays. So however we do it, we have to make sure there is enough room in her room for a double bed. Now, someone suggested a loft bed, and I love the idea of a loft bed. We have had them in the past when the kids were younger. It's a great idea because it's off the floor. You can get all her wardrobes and chest of drawers and whatever else she wants for storage underneath that loft bed. It is going to be great. You can also get double loft beds. I've checked. They are a thing. You can get them. So that is actually an option. But the problem with a loft bed I've got is that the kids have had them before and they are a nightmare to make. They literally drive me wild trying to climb up there and make the bed while you're sort of on it. I apologise, I've gone off camera here. I thought the camera was higher up, but I am still here doing things. So yeah, as I was saying, loft beds. Great idea, but they are impossible to make. I cannot really beat. Dell's just bringing me in a cup of coffee. Just mind the door slamming about. Yeah. So I can't be up, climbed on the bed and making the bed at the same time. That's just impossible. And Alyssa's not going to do it. So the bed's never going to get made. It's never going to get clean sheets. And that just irks me something rotten. But I really love the idea of a loft bed because it's so much easier to use and store stuff in her room and everything like that. So that would be the only way we get a double bed in, is a loft bed. But we've been there, done that, and I've got the bruises to prove it because them things are, they're a nightmare to make. Now, someone did suggest a sleeping bag, but again, you've got the same problem. I mean, I suppose I could just switch it out. She could just have a sleeping bag, and every week I can just wash that one sleeping bag and she could use another one. But I don't think she's going to like that so much. The other option we've got is... what else did someone suggest? Oh, stacking her bedside tables. She likes the idea of the double bed with bedside tables either side of the bed to balance and uniformity and all that jazz. So basically everything she's got in her room is what she wants in her room. She doesn't want to change it, but we just have to make a way for it to kind of all fit, gel together and look good. A lot of the damage has been done by, like I say, the builders when they came before. It's kind of disheartened her. She doesn't want to look after her room anymore because what's the point? What's the point? Everything you get gets trashed, right? So I am going to be redoing her room properly. What I'm going to be doing is working very closely with ChatGPT. I'm sure I've said this in the past. And I'm going to give ChatGPT the dimensions of her room, the dimensions of everything in her room. I'm going to give ChatGPT the colour scheme for her room. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT just to organise it all for me, fit it all in the room and figure it out. I might get her a sliding door wardrobe because that is going to make it so much easier. I can literally put it at the end of her bed and she won't have to open the doors. So she can just slide it open. And yeah, it might be a bit annoying that she's got a nail on the end of her bed to get to her sliding door wardrobe. But hey, you want a double bed in a box room, my love, you're going to have to put up with a few inconveniences. Someone did suggest that maybe me and Del switch rooms with Alyssa, but then we've got the same problem because there are two of us in here. At the moment, there's only Alyssa. So only Alyssa's clothes are in the wardrobe. Me and Del have got a massive double wardrobe. And there is no way our double bed, our double wardrobe, the big chest of drawers and our bedside tables are all fitting in this room. It's just not going to happen. If there's not room for one person in here, there is most certainly not going to be room for two people and all their clothes and all their stuff. So that's not going to happen. One option was switch Alyssa and Craig over. Craig's room is actually smaller than Alyssa's room, not by a lot, but it is. As you can see, Craig's room ends here where I'm about to go in now, and Alyssa's got about an extra 3 foot of space where her wardrobe sits. If we were to put her in Craig's room, she'd lose that 3 foot of space and we'd have nowhere to put her wardrobe at all. It would be even worse. So that's not an option. I think we're kind of running out of options for Alyssa's room. Like I say, the only option I've got is sort of try and get ChatGPT to come up with something, or we just redecorate and leave it as it is, and she makes the best of a bad situation. I think, to be fair, that's probably the only option we've got. Redecorate it, leave it as it is, and she makes the best of what she's got. At the end of the day, you can't have what you can't have, and we can't, at the moment, we can't put an extension on up here. One day, yes. But not today. We're not going to be able to put an extension on in the very near future for her. So we're just going to have to deal with what we've got. But all rooms in the the new year, that's the words I'm after, are going to get redecorated and sorted out and finished off and made beautiful and lovely. I still have to get the door bars for up here. Alyssa's room hasn't got a door bar, and that bit of carpet keeps catching and rutching up and driving me wild. But the whole of upstairs is completed, sorted and organised now. I've just got to do the hallway and dust these beautiful picture frames. I'm actually taking really good care of these. We've lost a couple during cleanings and people going up and down the stairs, and that they get knocked off the wall very, very easily. They fall down the stairs and then the whole thing falls to pieces. Like the entire frame just falls apart. They are quite cheap frames, so I wasn't expecting miracles. And also at the top of the stairs here, you'll notice there's a picture frame missing. That's because something up there is in the wall that is rock hard and you can't pop a nail into that wall. The rest went in like butter. But there, for some reason, there is a great big hard metallic thing. I don't know what's up there. But Dell cannot get a nail into that bit of wall, so we can't have a picture there. We did try the command hooks. The command hooks did not work. We were sitting downstairs and all of a sudden there's this almighty crash. And one of the pictures has cartwheeled down the stairs and just broken everywhere. I might get a bigger, stronger command hook, but let's face it, they're designed for picture frames. And if it couldn't take the weight of one picture frame, what hope have we got? We'll see. We'll see in the new year when I restart organising and putting stuff where it should be and giving it a good clean and tidy up, which should have been what happened during vloggoween, but it didn't take. I need lots more money, lots more time, and a bit more sort of dedication to the cause, which, like I say, bring in the new year, we'll get onto it then. I've got so much going on with birthdays and events and things like that, there's more important things to spend my money on than plastic tote boxes and labels for organising everything. The house works realistically as it is. There's a little bit of organising, a little bit of jostling about and inconvenience, but for the most part, the house works well as it is. And that's all I need, really. We just need a home that we can live in. And ta-da! We have one. I do have to do a really big clean after Halloween though, so in November, probably after my birthday, let's face it, I'm not going to spend my birthday doing a big deep clean, but after my birthday I'm going to get everything cleaned down. I've got to get some more tote boxes because some of them have lost their lids and broken while they've been out, while the Halloween decorations have been out. What I need to do is get everything out and then put it back in the shed, and then get the boxes back out of the shed when that season's over. Otherwise, the boxes just sort of clutter up the living rooms and everything, and then they get broken, and it's just annoying and aggravating. So I need to go and buy a load more boxes so I can put all the Halloween decorations away, ready for Christmas decorations to go up. Very, very exciting. In fact, actually, birthday decorations need to go up next. Then Christmas decorations need to go up. Then New Year decorations need to go up. And then I think we're done with February birthday decorations need to go back up. March birthday decorations need to go back up. Then we're done. Then we're done until we get round to the burr months again with decorations. Thank goodness, because there is a lot of decorations to put up, take down, store, in, out, and all the shake about. Right, bathroom. We are very dark in the bathroom still because, as I say, the light that actually is main wired into the bathroom, it keeps blowing a fuse. We've had several electricians that are supposed to have come and looked at it, and every time they book, they never show up. So I'm done with them now. I'm done with them. We've just got that little light there that you see me shoving in my back pocket. That is a motion sensor rechargeable battery powered light. We recharge it when we remember, and that is what we use as a night light for the bathroom. It is absolutely fantastic because it is motion censored, so it doesn't just waste its battery until some fool clicks it on too far, leaves it on all night, and then realistically it's only got about 3 or 4 hours battery life, and you come downstairs in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and well, you have to do it in the dark. You've got to remember to bring your phone with you. 99.9% of the time, we bring our phones downstairs with us, so if that light does give up, we've got a backup to use. We have been using the Halloween lights because, well, why not? They're there. You may as well use the battery in them. So the Halloween lights have been replacing the normal motion sensor bathroom light, which is great because, well, they just give a softer light. I just prefer them. And it does mean that days like this happen because we haven't been remembering to charge the other light because we've had the Halloween lights on. This candle was super weird. I'm just faffing off screen for a minute. I lit the candles, as you saw a moment ago. This one went out. and it would not relight. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't get it to relight. I ended up pulling a bit of the wick off. It still wouldn't relight. I pulled a bit more of the wick off, and instead of just lighting normally, it was lighting like a sparkler. It was like crackling and popping, and it wouldn't light properly. Eventually I got it to light, and it stayed alight for the next few hours. Don't know what was on it. Don't care what was on it. It was being really annoying. I'm guessing some of the powdered toothpaste Dell uses. I forget what it's called, but it's like a green powder that comes in like a little round white tub. You can get it from like B&M. You used to be able to get it from Asda's. I don't know if you can anymore. And you sort of wet your toothbrush, dab it in the powder, and then you brush teeth with it, and it gets rid of like smoker stains and yellow stains off your teeth and things like that. It may have got some powder in the candle, and that's what was sort of making the crackly, sparkly, pretty. But I don't know. I don't know. Could have been anything. Could have been absolutely anything. But there you are. All right, we're on to one of the dumping ground rooms in the house here. Since the Halloween party, everything has just kind of been dumped in this room. And the table, Dell moved out to the middle of the room so he could steam the floor. It never got moved back, so it is still in the middle of the room, and it's made this room really uncomfortable and just annoying. So I'm going to get that sorted today, and we're going to slide the table back so we can actually start using this room properly. Some people have been leaving comments about if we don't use the table, perhaps change this room into like a cloakroom sort of thing, like a shoe rack, and more of a hallway. Well, I was going to do that, but actually we've started using this table a lot more now. The kids don't eat in their rooms anymore. I have put pay to that. It is not happening. You will eat downstairs. You will eat at the table if you're going to eat off a crockery. Now, if you're just having a bag of crisps or chocolate bar, something like that, something out of a packet, you can eat that upstairs. You've got bins upstairs. It's fine. But if you are eating anything off of a plate or out of a bowl or anything like that jazz, it has to be eaten at the table downstairs. Now, myself and Dell, we do still eat in front of the telly or the computer or a phone, whatever. I'm very, very weird. I like to sort of huddle round my food. I'm a bit like a dog or one of the wild cats. I like to sort of crouch over my food. So I sit on the sofa. I put my plate on the back of the sofa, like where your head and your back would go. And I sort of sit sideways round and eat off of that back cushion and or the arm of the sofa. I do not really ever eat off a table or my lap because I just find it so uncomfortable. And yeah, I am semi-civilised. You can take me to a restaurant and I'll be a normal human being for a bit and I will eat off a chair and a table. But in the comfort of my own home, I don't like to eat at a table and chairs. I would rather eat curled up on the sofa. I know it's not great for digestion and probably is one of the reasons why my weight is so bad. To be fair, the main reason is I eat too much junk and don't move enough. But one of the reasons my digestion and my weight could be so bad is because I literally am squishing all my internal organs and not moving much while I'm eating. So stuff has a harder time being processed and digested, and it just takes a bit longer. I don't know. Could I be talking absolute rubbish? Quite possibly. Could I be speaking words of truth? Quite possibly too. Now, those of you who've watched these videos before, you're going to realise we have skipped over the living room area. That is because the living room area is clean and tidy. I know, shocker, right? Ever since the Halloween party, we have been trying to keep on top of it. Now, there have been a few days where it has got a bit unruly and a bit untidy. But it's clean. It's clean in there. There was nothing for me to do. I did have a quick wipe round with a duster, but that was like a 2-minute job. It would have literally been me getting the duster out and that would have been it. So we are on to the kitchen. Now, yes, this has been filmed over 2 days. I did run out of time. I got so distracted and I just couldn't get anything done. I actually didn't start cleaning until about 2 o'clock the night before. So this is literally the morning we are about to go away. So this video, hopefully if I remember, is going to be linked to while we're away because obviously this is part of what we did on the day we went away. Literally, I have spent Dale was like, we'll get up early and we'll do a load of stuff. We both woke up at about 4:30. We didn't get out of bed till 9. Well, it could have been 8, but still. And Dale's like, so much for getting up early. I was like, yeah, it's weird. This is what happens. This is what happens to me every time. I'm like, I'll get up early, I'll do my exercise, and then I'll go to work. But you wake up earlier than you planned. You're absolutely exhausted because who wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning and gets up and carries on with their life? You know, your eyes are glued together. Your body's sort of got this sleep inertia or sleep hangover, whatever they want to call it. And everything feels like you're weighed down with lead. So all you can manage is just laying there, enjoying the warm, comfy, cozy and scrolling. That's it. That's all you've got the energy for. And then, because you've been scrolling, you suddenly realise that actually about 4 hours have passed, the sleep hangover went ages ago, and you should be getting up and getting stuff done. So me and Del did tag team this. We have worked really, really hard. We've got loads of laundry done this morning. I think from yesterday, there was still about 6 loads left to get through. And Del, while he's been getting up and down making coffee, has been popping loads through and sorting them out. So we did manage to get through all the loads. I did collect everyone's laundry. I did make sure everyone's laundry was down. And then literally just as we're about to leave and about to go, Alyssa has got into out of her night clothes into her day clothes. There's more laundry. She's also wiped the front of the window inside Vinny, which is Del's car. Del's car is Vinny and mine is April. And so Alyssa has wiped the inside of Del's windscreen, and now there are cleaning cloths also in the laundry basket. And I was like, oh, it was empty. The laundry basket was empty and it now is not. I was so looking forward to coming home and having an empty linen basket. I don't know why that's important to me. Again, we're gone for like 24 hours, probably less than 24 hours. And somehow having an empty linen basket is like really, really important to me, and I kind of have to let it go. Maybe it's one of those things that I have to work on letting go, you know. So there's laundry in my laundry basket, and what? And I wanted it clean. No, it really doesn't matter. There's laundry in the laundry basket. I don't care. There's a little bit of rubbish in the rubbish bin. We did try and empty them all, but obviously, you know, you eat things during the night, you have dinner the night before. Rubbish accumulates, laundry accumulates. You're never, ever, ever going to have an empty laundry basket for long. Let's face it. You're just not, are you? But we did tag team and we did manage to get the kitchen clean and get most of the laundry through. I still have ironing to do. I've literally just remembered there is a box of ironing that has been down there for about 2 weeks now. It was there before the Halloween party, actually. So, yeah, over 2 weeks, maybe even 3. I'm just not getting around to it. I don't care enough. It's there. It'll stay there. Who gives a monkeys? I am trying to hang stuff straight out the dryer. That's what I'm desperately trying to do. Literally hang it straight out the dryer, and then that way I don't have to iron a darn thing. But this lot was done while I was at work, so it just sort of got dumped on the sofa. So it does need ironing. I've got to do that. But it'll wait till we come back. You know, no one's used it in like 2 or 3 weeks. So is it really that important that I get it done? I don't think so. Do you? If the clothes were really that important in there, someone would have been like, where's my by now. And they haven't been. So it can't mean that much to anybody, the clothes that are in there. So they're just going to stay in there till I can be bothered to iron them. Probably it will be when I get back now, because we are literally about to leave any minute now. I'm literally getting the last of this voiceover done so I can get this bit uploaded, so I can get it off my phone, which means my phone is then clear for all the beautiful vlogging that I want to do while we're on the road, while we are staying at Dale's parents, well, his mum and his stepdad. We're going to be staying there. Alyssa is staying with Matt, Jaden and Ben in a B&B on the seafront, and we're going to be a few villages down. And yeah, I want to get loads of vlogging done, so I need to get this off of my phone. Otherwise, I'm not going to have room on my phone for any more vlogging, and I really want to capture as much as I can of this event. I really, really do. I'm hoping I can get loads of footage while we are away. However, most of it is going to be of me running and screaming, so there's probably going to be a lot of footage of the floor as I kind of just give up all hope of trying to get any decent angle and just as I leg it through the pleasure beach. Now, that does mean, however, that my weight loss may get an extreme boost. Because if I'm going to be spending the entire night running and screaming, I'm going to be burning off a lot of calories and a lot of energy. There's also an awful lot of walking involved up and down the pleasure beach. There's loads of rides to go on. We're going to be walking the dog up and down the beach. So there's going to be lots and lots of walking involved. I normally end up losing weight after we've been to the seaside, not gaining. So hopefully this will be the push I need to get me down to about, 16.3. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that's what happens. I don't know if it is, but let's hope that is what's going to happen. Mind you, if I'm going to be eating lots and lots of candy floss, lots and lots of ice cream, lots and lots of hot dogs, maybe not so much. I don't know. We'll see. That's all we can do is see. And I'm actually burning off an awful lot of nervous energy. The closer we get to actually going, the more nervous I get. But again, nervousness and excitement are the same sort of chemical response and the same hormone. So let's just stick with excitement. It's excitement. Keep telling yourself that, Raquel. It will end up being excitement at the end of the day. I've never actually been to one of these Fright Nights before. I've seen them on YouTube before. There are several on YouTube. Normally from braver people than I, because they seem to somehow manage to keep filming and they get lots of different angles and they talk to the camera and they're like, yeah, this is great. Me, not so much. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Either you're going to get a nice long video or you're going to get 10 minutes of a car journey, 10 minutes of us walking around, a few pictures of food and 10 minutes of a car journey on the way home. We'll see. I'm not really used to vlogging out in public. It's one of the things I don't do a lot of. So it's not something I'm used to doing. However, I do think that everyone there is going to have their phones out. They're going to all be recording. They're all going to be photographing and filming. So I don't feel like I'm going to be like, you know, singled out. I'm not going to be walking through and people are going to be like, why are you filming? Although Alyssa has a great comeback for that. When people are like, why are you filming? She's like, it's 2025. Why are you not? You know, everyone and his uncle is filming stuff. You know, every person out there films things. They take photographs of things. For years, we've taken photos of things. I've got hundreds of photos and video footage. But for some reason, having a selfie stick and filming yourself while you're doing stuff, it kind of feels a little bit like narcissistic, maybe. It kind of is very sort of self-love. Look at me, I'm so important. And that I feel like very self-conscious. But also, while you're filming, you're so concentrating on, is the camera actually working? Am I picking up this angle? Can you see what's going on? That you're not actually taking part in the fun. And the whole point of going on these outings and doing these things is A, to get video for you guys. Because wow, what a great job, right? When you can tell the world, my job is I go out, film things. And I have a wonderful, amazing audience that support me and enjoy my content. But B, the reason to go out is to actually enjoy the event. I want everyone to enjoy the event. You guys, my family, me. I want everyone to enjoy it. And I don't know. I think filming yourself, I kind of feel like I'm so self-conscious I don't get to enjoy it. So I'm going to work on it. Because I do enjoy it. I love it. But I feel the self-conscious bit where I'm like, oh, people are looking at me. I need to get over that because no one is. No one at this event is going to be worried whether I've got my camera on or not, you know. And like I said, 99% of people are going to be filming it anyway. I swear to you, every camera angle you're going to see, there's probably someone else out there with the camera going, hey, look at this, you know. That's the whole point of going to these events, isn't it? To film it and show people that you went and show people the fun you can have and things you can do. It's kind of like how reviews have changed over the years. People used to type them, didn't they? People used to be like, oh, A++. And now people vlog and they're like, oh, you should go here. It's fantastic. Right, well, I can hear the dog crying. I can hear the cars being loaded outside. So I guess it's time for the off. I'm going to go round and just check that everything's locked up and everything's ready to roll. And, well, it's time to get on the road. Ooh! Okay, yeah, we're back to nervous, not excited anymore. I don't know. How do I change scared and nervous into excited? I mean, the whole idea of this is to be scared, right? Well, it's working. I've been scared for about the last week. I don't know how to be excited. I'm just terrified. We've got a big long drive, which I'll probably sleep for. I'm terrible in the car. I sleep like a baby every time. But hopefully I can stay awake. The anxiety should keep me awake. Oh, I need to take my chamomile tea. Ooh, I better go and pack that. Otherwise I won't have any chamomile tea and I won't have any decaf coffee. Right, I am going to get my shoes on, my hair brushed, my coat on, my chamomile tea and my decaf tea packed and ready to rock and roll. And I will see you all while we're on the road. Bye for now, my lovelies.